taken advantage in all kind of ways. So you want to take advantage of me not speaking the language. So you want to tell my man that you miss him when you only saw him 2 times. So peace family, welcome to my channel, Rooted in Royalty. It's your girl Aa-Isha. I have this speech no matter what part of the world you in. But definitely in Africa. The motherland is calling, can you hear the call? The motherland is calling, it's time to go home. The motherland is my mission, go ahead and clap. Ambition of God, the Africa on the map. Exodus is now, push forward is a rap. One love, one people, let's bridge the gap. Regain my identity, I'm back on the map. Beyond the return, reconnect, now we see West Africa, the beautiful roots in my family tree. Rise like a lion in strength within me. The motherland is calling, can you hear the call? The motherland is calling, it's time to go home. The motherland is calling, can you hear the call? The motherland is calling, it's time to go home. Breonna Taylor, rest well, your case was rough. Transition to an ancestor, sure enough. We don't die, we multiply, reincarnation out of love. The choice, red or blue pill, the matrix was tough. Many years of sleep, peekaboo, now we up. Liberate the mind, watch the body follow. Without knowledge of your roots, life is hollow. Diamond in the cudgel, no time to play. Stay your focus, it's a challenge, not afraid to say. Mother Africa is calling, been gone for 100 years in the spirit. Many days I'm in here. Game over with the war was this step is still. Birth and royalness stepping back on the wall. Love I can feel. I live, love, and laugh. The most high help me live. Realest queen you know from the soul is revealed. Rooted in royalty, my DNA is real. And then you in my face, sister this, sister that, sister. I am not the one. I am not the one. I know I'm nice. I know I'm sweet. But please, let me. I am here with another video. So, I was just riding and I was just thinking. And just randomly thinking. And those random thoughts turned into a video. So, I want to share with you all on exactly what you need to do when you get to Africa to help you to survive and not overly spend your money. Okay, yes, we're back. So, when you all get to Africa, the Gambia in particular, you all need to know how to not spend your money so fast. All over Africa, period. You need to know this. All over Africa. Definitely the Gambia, because in the Gambia the money stretches far. The money stretches, and honey, you would be like, oh, this in USD. Oh, and you'll be converting the money in your mind, and you'll be like, oh, I can do that, I can do that, I can do this, I can do that. Now, for instance, Senegal is way more expensive than the Gambia. The money do not stretches that far. When you convert your money in Senegal, it seems like you pay so much for things. Even when you ride in a taxi, it seems like you paying so much. Like, when I was in Senegal, I asked my friend, my sister, I said, now, how much do we owe? I was just letting her kind of help me throughout, because I was very lost in Senegal, because I was just getting to Africa, so I didn't know anything about anything, so I was lost. Did trust her. She is trustable. That's another thing. You have to make sure you have trustable people on your team. Okay? Yes. So I had all of this money, which I thought in my hand, and I was like, okay, how much? I'm whispering to her, how much do we owe for this taxi? And so she said, all of that. All of what? All of the money in my hand at that time we owe for that taxi ride. I was like, oh, it seemed like we paid so much, and it's like we wasn't driving that far. It's not like we was riding all day. It wasn't like that. So anyway, so I was just tripping, but Senegal is way more expensive than the Gambia. So the Gambia, you will get things done, and you will be like, oh, I can afford this, I can do that, I can do this, because this just that. When you get here, you have to stop converting money. You have to stay focused on the Dalasi. Okay, people, stay focused on the Dalasi, and that will help you out. Because when you stay focused on the Dalasi, it seems like you're paying so much for things. People will be like, oh, that's 1,500 Dalasis, especially when you go to the grocery store. Oh, that's 2,500 Dalasis. You'd be like, just on this? Wait a minute, what I bought? Hey, you kind of do like you do when you in the States and you go to Walmart. And in Walmart, you be like, okay, I'm going to just get this or going to just get that. And you end up getting, spending so much money. That's how it is here. When they said the Dalasis, you be looking like, what did I get? So anyway, yes. So people stay focused on the Dalasis and try to be conscious of what you are spending, because when you get a place, and here it is like so cheap to get housekeepers to do this for you, cook for you, clean for you. It is so cheap to get them that you be like, oh, I'm just paying this and that. You know, that's such and such in America. Oh yeah, I can do that. I can do this. But my thing is, you have to stay focused on the Dalasi so you can stop spending so much. Because when you pay in Dalasi, you kind of feel like you just spending too much until you convert it. Okay? So if you can clean your own house, clean your own house. Clean your own space. You know, it's okay if you get somebody to clean for you every now and then. But then when you have to have a cleaner for every day, and you got to pay somebody every single day to clean up for you, 9 times out of 10, when you coming from abroad, you don't have all of that luxury. Some of you all might, but not all of us. Some of us have to clean ourselves. So when you get to Africa, clean yourself. It won't hurt, you know. Put on you some music. Put on you some old school R&B. Hey, when you listen to some old school, hey, it would give you all kind of energy to clean. So do that. And so sometimes you want to eat out every day, especially like I was doing when I first made it to Africa. Oh, honey, sometimes 3 times a day I am eating out. And I am treating, I am doing this, that, and I still will do that. But now I am more conscious of budgeting out. Now I really move like a Gambian, because I am a Gambian, and I move like one. So you don't see Gambians, just the locals, all at expensive restaurants every single day, more than 1 time a day, spending money on this and that, and you don't see them doing that. No, you will see them at the markets purchasing so they can cook, or you will see them at Caddy. The Caddy be having people in and out like it be a real revolving door. So you have to look at what you spending on this, that, and this. And like with me, now that I am driving, it's so much better, because my problem was taxis. That was my problem when I came the first time. And then also spending on food, just being out spending on food all the time was my problem. Food and taxis. Because I was moving around a lot and I had to do a lot. And so I would spend probably 1,000 plus Dalasis a day on taxis. And then I got smart. Now I got smart. I started jumping in the shared taxis. And then it just helped me save so much when I started the shared taxi. But even that, sometimes you have your mind set to you want to do the shared taxi. But then it may be a time where it's not too many shared taxis available, and you just have to settle for a town trip, so you paying more. So it's better when you driving and you have your own car, So if you planning to relocate to the Gambia or to Africa for good, you need to make sure that you get a car. Get a car. And now it's good. One thing I like about it, taxis is plentiful, so you will be able to get around easily. But when it comes to long term and you need to save your money, I don't care how much you have. You need to think like the locals and as much as possible, and you need to budget out. So if you moving for good, if you repatriate, make sure, strive, make it your goal to get a car. Either by there when you hit the ground or ship a car. You need to do that because it will help you out so much. Ship a car. You may need to cook sometime on your own so you won't keep spending your money out, or you need to find the restaurants that is very reasonable. And sometimes a lot of shopping. If you just have to shop all the time, that would do a lot of adding up because things are expensive here. Some things are expensive here. So if you have to get over here and buy a whole wardrobe and this and that, you're going to spend. So you may want to ship or bring your clothes so you can try to save as much as possible because things can get expensive. So you all have to think and try to budget things out. It's okay to not be able to get some luxuries that you will so desire. Here in Africa, Jerry Jeff. Here, somebody walked by and said, no, he said Yangy nice. Yangy nice. Yeah, so it's okay. You may be able to afford some luxuries. It's okay, because some things are way more reasonable here and then in the States, but you need to find your balance. We all need to find our balance so we can live comfortable and we can live happy without spending unnecessary. Because in Africa, and I have heard from people in other parts of Africa, Ghana, different places, people always do videos on how their money goes so fast. And your money will go very fast if you do not figure things out before you get to Africa and work it. Keep doing your research and work it. Because now, of course, I still spend, but I have gotten way smarter, way wiser. And now I have learned the system. So now I know what to do and what not to do. I'm connected to beautiful people that can help me and help me figure it out, So, yes, people, work it out, work out your budget. Know before you get here that you must get to Africa and you must budget out your money or it will run out so fast. When I used to watch videos before I came to Africa, I heard the same thing. People always complain at how you spend so fast and money, it just seemed like money goes so quickly. And then when I got over here and then I was able to see what they talking about, especially over here in the Gambia, because you will go, say you're going to get your hair fixed and they be like, oh, it's $1,000, and you like $1,000, and then you be like, that's too much. And then when you convert it in your mind, oh, that's only $20 US. Oh yes, I can do that. I got this. And then next thing you know, you $1,000 here, $1,000 there, thousand. Oh, I got that. Because in your mind, you remember that's only $20. I got this. But honey, work it out. So get things done. I'm not saying just be stingy or tight with yourself. Get things done, handle things, do what you got to do. And then just be wise about your funds. My thing is, I will have the same speech even in America. You can, anywhere you go, you can just spend so much fast, but you must be wise. So, give you all attention, especially the people that have not been yet. I want you all to know what I'm talking about. Now, when you get here and you spend a little time here, you will know what I'm talking about. Even if you come for a couple of weeks, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. But I want to help someone before you get here. Be wise about your funds. Don't come calculating in your mind USD. Focus on the Delacies or whatever part of the country you at, whatever the money called. Focus on that. We are in another day, and I am here to finish sharing. Okay, so if you repatriate to Africa, come into the Gambia or any other country in Africa, make sure you learn the language. People say that to me, and I see why people say that to me. I have African friends in America, and they say the same thing. Learn the language. Number one, if you coming to make a living in the motherland, you need to learn the language so you can, number one, be able to communicate with the locals in their most precious native language, the mother tongue, which is an honor. And number two, so you can know what is going on and what people is talking about. Okay, which I think that is a privilege to learn the language anyway, because I feel like we regain back what our ancestors have lost, what has been taken from us, our ancestors, and that is our full identity. So when you're able to learn the mother tongue, that is an honor. I will get there. Tutti tutti, naka naka. Yes. So, but on the other hand, you will be aware of what people is saying around you. For instance, I had someone around me that say, sister this, sister that, yes, sister. And then when my man come around, it is speaking in the other language, speaking in Mandinka, not speaking in Wolof, because I understand a little bit in Wolof, but I do not understand none of Mandinka. But that's okay, because soon I finish conquering Wolof, which I will learn Mandinka. Yes. But anyway, in Mandinka, now it was her second time, probably like second time, just even laying eyes on my guy, which is now my husband. She's speaking in the Mandinka, telling him, hey, how are you? I miss you. You miss him. First of all, why can't you say that in English? Say that in English, because I would have told you something. I would have told her something in a sweet way. Sometimes people think because you are nice, they try to take it for granted, and then they're going to want to, just take advantage in all kind of ways. Let me continue to be nice, sweet. Let me be born again. Please don't take me back, because I don't want to go back. I like the nice Aa-Isha. I like Aa-Isha. Please don't take me back to fat red. Don't take me back to just pure Lashandra. Let me stay Aa-Isha Diamond. Aa-Isha Diamond. Let me stay her. But yes, people will talk all over your head because you don't know the language, and they would take advantage of the fact that you don't know the language. That is totally disrespect. So please be aware when you hit other countries and you do not know the language. If you're planning on staying for good, learn the language, people. It would just benefit you all the way around the board. Learn the language, because people are people. People are something else all over the world, So yes, it's just weird. So yes, so that's my advice as well. When you hit the motherland, the beautiful paradise, Mama Africa, if you're planning to learn for good, learn the language. It would be good if you could learn the language, even if you just visiting, because we need to gain back what our ancestors has lost, and that's the mother tongue. If you are not close to the Creator, Get close to the Creator. Get a prayer life so He can give you discerning like never before. A certain discernment gifts. Some things only come when your heart is in tune with the Creator, the Almighty. He will give you eagle eye. He will give you a discernment that cannot be denied, baby. We all need discernment because you need to see through BS. You need to see through the mud. You need to see through snakes. Yes. And with that, He has given me discernment, and I'm so grateful for it because I see through the snakes. Yes. One of my beautiful sisters, assistants, she was amazed that even when I was in America, the things that I was seeing that was over here, I still see, I still sense, I still feel. And that comes from the gift that Allah has graced me with. I still see. So people would try to take advantage even when you are not in place. But I cannot get got even when I'm in another country because I see. I see. So anyway, and that's another thing. Number one, draw close to the Almighty, honey, because we need Him. I cannot live without Him. I will not try to live without Him. We need Him. And I thank Him and I praise Him because He has been good, more than good to me. Everything have not been perfect, but mashallah, everything is all well. Alhamdulillah, everything is all well. Yes. Made whole by the lovely Batu, the pro, honey. Come and get your hair done. She's about to do me some individual braids over the locks, and they are going to be absolutely beautiful. To be continued. Motherland is calling, it's time to go home. The motherland is my mission. Go ahead and clap. Ambition of Garvey, Africa on the map. Exodus is now push forward is a rap. One love, one people, let's bridge the gap. Regain my identity, I'm back on the map. Beyond the return, reconnect, now we see West Africa, the beautiful roots in my family tree. Rise like a lion in strength within me. The motherland is calling, can you hear the call? The motherland is calling, it's time to go home. The motherland is calling.